Unbreakable, matter of fact, unshakable. They say I couldn't win when I know that I'm capable. The truth is unescapable.
Alright, how y'all doing? New segment for the new year. 25 over. One of the worst years of my life. Let's forget it ever happened. Pretend it's like your ex, you don't even want to remember you dated the chick. You ain't have a kid with her, you ain't married her, you good. Let's go. Haha. Shout out my brother, my partner, my new bestie, whatever you want to call him, Den Keeper, what it is, Inside Boys. We taking over YouTube next year. We gonna make our own website, whatever it is. That's how hard my confidence it is and how good and strong I am. You hear I'm a little sick, just had the flu. It's been, I don't know, I want to say it's been a week. It's been a week. You know what I'm saying? It's been a week. Been a week. So this is the result of war and power for over 2 years. We got Gaza and rubble. You know, I was reporting it in and out throughout the whole war. Ceasefire, Trump got it done. I fuck with that. Thank you, Trump. The people are struggling over there, and we need to be conscious of that. And you know, same old shit, man. Look it up. But what I really wanted to talk about is the new war approaching. We're going to war with Venezuela, whether you like it or not, bro. They're setting up the foundation for it. They keep pushing it. They keep striking random boats. I mean, it could be trafficking drugs, but doesn't the government let drugs in anyway? Because how would anyone be able to get drugs any day? Any regular Joe Schmo can get a bag of yay. How's that possible unless they let drugs into the USA? It's facts. But yo, let me read some of this article. Shout out to CNN. So President Trump has thrust the country into a significant new phase in this showdown with Venezuela with a CIA strike on a port facility. Wow. But as he approaches grave new decisions on even greater escalations, his team has not yet spelled out a clear, consistent public rationale for its actions. No excuse. The USA can do whatever it wants. It's the bully of the world. I think China, you know, could give us a good fight, but we are the bullies. Nor has it prepared the country for what might come next. This is what I'm scared of. Top officials. Oh, also, my country, Colombia, shout out to the president. He's been strong in his stance with Gaza, which I love, but he's been popping shit about Trump a lot. And dude, it's not good for you, man. Chill. I don't want Colombia to go to war, bro. Top officials haven't explained how long the massive naval buildup in the Caribbean will last or what U.S. service members will be asked to do in an operation that is already raising legal and constitutional alarms. Neither Trump nor his top foreign policy aides have sketched a preferred endgame for the confrontation, which has climbed the ladder of escalation from diplomatic pressure to strikes against alleged drug trafficking boats in the Caribbean to a blockade against oil tankers to now a land attack. If the goal is really to overthrow President Nicolas Maduro, which I don't support, Venezuela is a messed up country. The economy is in shambles. People are broke. People need help. We need to get him out. But I don't like how Trump's doing it. As recent comments from top officials and the logic of the deployment imply, there has been no White House effort to show Americans the administration is planning for the aftermath. This is especially relevant point given the quagmires and that developed after U.S. military action to topple the rulers of Iraq, Afghanistan, and Libya. Why you think we go to war? Why you think we go to war? To take over the country and its natural resources and have more power. Eventually empires fall. I'm not saying USA will in my time, ever, but look at all the empires in history. Republican Adam Smith, the top Democrat in the House, armed Services Committee told CNN's Brian Kilmer Tuesday that CIA attack was significant sharpening of U.S. pressure and raised a lot of thorny questions. Where does it go from here? I think this is the thing to be concerned about because Trump clearly wants to drive Maduro from power, Smith said, arguing that post strikes and other means of distress didn't seem like they would have the intended effect. If they don't, Smith continued, what if Trump is prepared to do next? And how far is he willing to go how far is he willing to take this effort at the regime change in Venezuela? Few Venezuelans or citizens of the Western Hemisphere would mourn a regime often likely to linked to a criminal organization that has reeked in an oil-rich economy, impoverished millions, and triggered a refugee exodus. So many people in Colombia from Venezuela homeless, bro. Just looking to survive and take care of their kids. It's sad, it's real. I've seen it firsthand. I got video of it and shit. A peaceful restoration of democracy and the rebuilding of Venezuela's prosperity would be a major legacy victory for Trump and would benefit the region. I'll fuck with it, but do it the right way. But critics of the administration aren't trying to defend a cruel, illegitimate ruler. There's questioning the administration's motives, good faith, and competence. In the absence of the White House campaign to explain his thinking, which would be typical, most potential U.S. military action, outsiders must sift for clues. The Trump administration has declared a diffused criminal enterprise called the Cartel of the Suns, which is embedded in Maduro's power structure as a foreign terrorist organization. It says this gives the power to use military force to target Venezuela, which says it's involved in narco-terrorism threatening U.S. security. This is hugely controversial position, even among some Republicans to critics. It looks like a White House giving itself power to break the law and to wage war with impunity. Given the attack on the port facility, which was a covert CIA operation, at least until the president made it public in a radio interview last week, it's perhaps not too surprising the details are hazy. There was a major explosion in the dock area where they loaded the boats up with drugs. Trump told reporters Monday he declined to give more details of a strike that CNN later reported was carried out by the CIA using a drone. We'll show some more pictures. Get him out, get him out. Get him out, get him out. Wow, Honduras' former president was arrested. A U.S.-friendly government in Venezuela could in theory speed the administration's ability to return undocumented migrants who fled the country from the U.S. Secretary of State Mark Rubio has long been a Western Hemisphere hawk, keen to disable left-wing atrocities in the region. If Maduro is toppled, some analysts think that the next domino to fall could be Cuba's communist regime. Wow. And the bristling armada of the U.S. naval ships in the Caribbean provides a stage for the swaggering belligerence of Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. And whether the U.S. goal is regime change to exploit Venezuela's vast reserves of oil or to build a cadre of Magna-style satellite governments in Latin America, the administration's actions are at least consistent with its recent rollout national security strategy. After years of neglect, the United States will reassert and enforce the Monroe Doctrine to restore American preeminence in the Western Hemisphere and to protect our homeland and our access to key geographies throughout the region. I don't know. Y'all fuck with it? Y'all with Trump on this or not? Let's do it the right way. Democratic way. Alright, to leave us out, Joe and Jada. No comment. but I will comment on his legs. Check it out. Joe, all that bread, bro. Help yourself, bro.
Which lane?
My man got yo. He looked like his legs about to fall apart. Karma's coming, bro. Now he going. He gonna show his product that we give a fuck about it. Not buying it ever, and won't ever buy it ever. Joe, you're a legend, but stop it, bro. You cap too much, bro. Be honest. And you screwed Pun's family, bro. Them legs, bro. Crazy legs. Alright, we out. Tell what it is. What we doing tonight, brother? What we doing, man? This world crazy. Last day of the year, man. We gotta go out with a bang. And Southwest, man, I got so much to rant about Southwest. They broke my bags, bro. They broke my fucking bags, bro. That shit crazy, bro. Deuces, we out. JQ News. New segment. Let's fuck with it. Peace.